Hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today you're going to see how to plan a seating area like this with storage place. Also, like you see here in the open shelf, and here you see the drawers. Yeah, we can also click here on eye and draw the fronts open. Yeah, then you see here we also have lots of storage. All right. If there are any questions, just let me know. And we also will have a look how we design a room, because like you see here and here, we have a few cutouts as well as the windows. So first of all, we click on the eye again and draw the fronts again. And then we turn on the touch areas, the smart clicks, the dimensions, and we turn off the room. So here you see like the shadows of the wall cutouts as well as here for the windows. All right, so now we can start and we click on the File tab. We don't need to save this project, otherwise we can also click here on Save Projects, and the whole project and room is getting saved. Yeah, we can also save it here, call it webinar, seating area with storage space. So we save this and then we click here on File and start a new project. So I've already prepared a little bit. So this is in my case the default. In your case, it shouldn't be like this. And before we start with the project, we also care for the room, and therefore we click on our eye and draw the room. And if you want, yeah, we can also click here on the cabinet tab and we can turn this cabinet invisible to invisible. So therefore we are here on the cabinet tab and we click on the three dot button. Then the window is opening, and here we turn off the checkbox for visible. Yeah, that means visible. And we close this, and then you see our cabinet is visible. And now you see here we have the cutouts, and we can change it. Yeah, if you see here, it's don't go to the wall. If we click here on a cutout, we can also change here the width to 4200 and confirming it with enter. Yeah, that's here. And I also want to show you how to create a new cutout, and therefore we need to delete it. Yeah, so we click on this and a yellow cross means delete. And we also do this with the window here on the left wall. We click on frame and click on a yellow cross to delete it. Yeah, this cutout, we keep it like it is. I show you in this example how to design and place the cutout on the right place. So therefore we go to the Room tab, and here we click on the drop-down menu for cutout, and here you can type in the width of the cutout, the height, that should be 350, and the depth is 100. And here we have the distance to the left is here 0 because we start on here, and distance to the bottom is 1250, and then we have it also with the height. Then we have a room height of 2500. That is all right like this. Here we don't need to activate calculate cutouts, but for this cutout, it's necessary. Yeah. So we can do it, but we don't have to. And here we just drag it and drop it on a wall. And then you see here we have our cutout. So, and now we also want to have the window, and therefore we click on the drop-down menu for the window. Here we type in the width, the height, and the distance to the left, and then we just drag it and drop it on the wall where we want to have it. And that's the way how we design our room. So now we click on the eye, and here we need to turn on the smart legs, and we go to the cabinet tab, and we start with our first cabinet. So we click here on the three dot button and activate visible again. So, and we close this, and here you see it's our cabinet, and because of this cutout we need to move it 100 millimeter to the right. So therefore we click on a smart click for the cabinet and change the distance to left to 100, and here we are. So for the planning, you see we don't have all our dimensions, they are covered. So therefore we click on the eye again and we turn off the room here. Yeah, and we don't need the green arrows, so we click here again on the eye and turn off the arrows, and now we can start with our design. So therefore we have our first cabinet. It has a height of 600, so we click on here, and you see on the bottom left corner, here's the height of the cabinet. It's our first cabinet is height 600, and the width is 2500. So, and here we have a cover panel. So we click on here on the, where's no trim, and we activate here the cover panel, and here is already an overlap to the front of 20. Yeah, here you can also make it bigger or smaller, but in our case it's all right like this. And now we have here on the left side, we want to have a trim. Excuse me. So the trim has here a width of 35. That is fine like this. And we can keep it. Yeah, here, if you want to have an offset of -20, it's coming also here to the edge of the cover panel. Now we want to have it like this, and now we are done. On the right side, we don't have a cover panel or a visible side because our sides are between the plinths, and here we are fine. And now we go from the cabinet tab to the division tab, and we want to have here 3 verticals. So we drag and drop in here. In a case if the area is not catched like this, yeah, you see sometimes the area is not catched. Then you go here on the smart click for the area. It's now highlighted in purple color, and you let it drop on here, and you see our verticals are placed now. Yeah, they are related in relation 1-to-1 to each other. That's all right. And now we go to the front tab, and here we add the front drawers, and we want to have here the Movento. And if you want to change it, you can click here and choose another one. Yeah, and we keep it, and then we just drag the drawer in every area, and then we are done with our first cabinet. So then for the second cabinet, we go back to the cabinet tab, and here we go on a drop-down menu for the cabinet, and here we change the width. Yeah, so here we the second cabinet shall go from this corner to the window. Now we can here also keep the control button pressed to measure this point to this point, and here we have a width of 500, and that's why we also type in 500, and the height shall go up to the top, yeah, not just to this cutout. We want to have it up to 2500. So that's why we have here 1900 for the height. So we go on a drop-down menu, type in 1900, and the depth. Yeah, I forgot about it. Here we have a depth of 700. So, and here the depth should be, because it is the depth of the cabinet, um, but the fronts are coming on top, yeah, and we extended the cover panel of 20 millimeter. That's why we have here depth 720, and then we drag and drop the cabinet here on the smart click. Yeah. Otherwise, you can also click on the smart click, and here you can add the cabinet. That is the same if you drag it and let it drop on the smart click. Yeah. So we click here, add cabinet, and here's our second cabinet. And you see here, because we activated the cutout, that's because we got here the cutout because of we defined here the cutout for the wall before, and you see it also here on any single part, and that is fine. We go back to the cabinet tab, and here we turn off the plinths. So we click here on a drop-down menu for between sides, and we say no plinths. Then the plinths disappeared, And we want to have here on the left side also a trim. So we click here on trim and activate it here on the left side. So here, that is an open shelf, and we still have here the offset of -20 like on the bottom, but we turn it to 0 because we want to have it exactly above here. And now it's fine. And we want to have on top also a trim, not a cover panel, trim. And the height should be also 35. And the offset is the same as 0. And here for the left side, we want to have a visible side. So we activate here the visible side, and it has an overlap of 0. That is all right. It does get a different material. Yeah, therefore we go here on the material tab and we drag and drop here the Egger H1145 on it. Yeah, it's here 25 millimeter. So, and we do it the same also for the cover panel here on top. So, yeah, and because we have here an open shelf, the depth of the cabinet is a bit 20 millimeter bigger than on the bottom. So, and now we just add 5 adjustable shelves. So we go here on the interior tab and we add here 5 adjustable shelves and drag it and drop it in here. So, and now we are pretty much done. So we can click on the eye again, turn off the smart clicks, turn on the room, and now we can present it to our customer. Yeah. If you want to make some changes of the materials, you can also click on the material tabs, and of course you can change here the texture for the wall uh, again. Yeah, you can also present it if you click here on the eye again with open fronts. Then we draw it with open fronts, and to get the cutting list, you click here on the top right corner above the black cube on data export, and now our cutting list is generated, and you can here also choose your layout. Yeah, you can also design your own layout if you want. So in this case of this cutting list, if we have the same parts, um, you see here is the amount of every pieces. So, all right, that is it for today, and I'm looking forward to next week. Yeah, I can show you also the plan for next week. So just give me a second. I just drag and drop our plan in here. So schedule. Yeah, today we have made our seating area with a storage space. Next week We will have the customized wardrobe, and here it's not the right picture. I need to update this. Okay, I will update it later on. You can keep on track on it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to next time, and take care. Bye bye.